this video, we are going to talk about the conic sections, especially the circles and ellipses. So, in this video, we're going to tackle about the formula of the two, and at the same time is how to the process or the steps to graphs, graph the circle and ellipses. So first, let's start off with circles. So a circle is formed when a plane slices a cone at the right angles to axis, as you can see on the video, or in the illustration. Yeah, there's a plane on a cone, and that's when a circle is formed. And then the formula for circle, or the general formula for circle is x minus h quantity squared minus y minus k quantity squared is equals to r squared, where h and k is the center and r is the radius of the circle. To simply put, this is what the graph would look like. Let's say that the h, or the center, is at the origin. Yep, that's what it looks like. Then, as you can see, here is the center, or the R, H, and K, and this is our radius. For example, we were given a equation. Our equation would be x plus 2 quantity squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared is equals to 25. So let's first identify our r, or radius, or r squared, and then our center, h and k. So first, our r squared is 25, and to get the r, square root both sides. R is equals to 5. Then our h and k, or our center, is the opposite sign of these two. So we have -2 and +3. Yeah, because we have those two, we can now start graphing our circle. Draw a plane, Cartesian plane. Then let's first distinguish our point or circle point, or the center of our circle, which is the coordinate -2, 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Here's the center. Then using our radius, we will move um, to the right by 5 units, to the left by 5 units, up and down by 5 units. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here are first, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Then we can connect those lines to finally graph our circle. There we go. Yeah. So we now have a circle graph from the equation. So our center is negative 2, positive 3. Then we have a radius of 5. That's simple. Next, to the next equation. Let's say, oops, let's say, we have um, x plus 4 plus y plus 2, 16 here. So, just like what we have done earlier, we need to find first our r squared, which is 16. And to find the r, um, get the square root of both sides, so r is equals to 4. Then our center, or of the circle, we have 4, so we have negative 4, and have 2, so we have negative 2. Now we can start graphing our circle. First, we draw a Cartesian plane. Then we're going to plot our points. So the center is negative 4, negative 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So here's our center. Then our radius is 4. So we move in 4 directions by 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Then last 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Then we connect those lines. There. Yep, so that's our circle. Our circle with a center of negative 4 and negative 2, and a radius equals to 4. Okay, moving on. Our next topic will be about ellipses. So an ellipse is formed when a plane slices through a cone at an angle between perpendicular to the axis and at the same time parallel to the side of the cone. So as you can see in the illustration, there's a plane that slices through a cone that form an ellipse. And ellipse and circle is somehow similar to each other, especially in the formula, wherein an ellipse has a formula of x minus h quantity squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equals to 1, where of course our h and k is the center, and the a squared and v squared is our vertices, our point of our vertices, where a squared is greater than b squared, and a squared should not be equal to b squared, because if that happens, if a squared is equals to b squared, that will be no longer an ellipse but a circle. So to graph, always remember that formula, and to graph, um, just like how we graph our circle, we need to have a formula first. So let's say we have the formula um, x squared over 25 minus y squared over, plus y squared over 49. is equals to 1. So we need to find our center, h and k, and at the same time our a squared and b squared. So our h and k, the center, as you can see, there's only a single variable on the numerator. So automatically our center will be at the origin, which is 0, 0. Next, a squared. Um, as defined earlier, a squared is greater than b squared. So between the two, 49 is greater than 25. So our a squared is 49. And our b squared is 25. So since our a squared is lies on the y plane, that means that our ellipse will be vertical. So we need to find our a. So to do that, we need to square root both sides. A is equals to 7, and do the same thing on b. So b is 25. There we go. Next step is we need to find our vertices. Uh, there's few vertices in our there's two types of vertices in our ellipse. First, the major, which is lies on the major axis, and then the minor vertices. So A is our major and V is our minor. So since our major our major vertice axis rather since our major axis lies on the y plane, That's, that means that to compute or to find our major vertices, our solution would be h comma k plus minus a. And for a minor is h plus minus b comma k. There we go. Since an h is 0, so 0. And since our k is also 0, that means one of our vertices is 0, 7, and the other one is 0 and negative 7. On the other hand, our minor vertices is 5. This is 5. Is 5, 0, and negative 5 and 0. Okay, so now we have our vertices. We can now graph our ellipse. There. That should be enough. And then we need to plot our points. So first, our center, which is at the origin, and then our major vertices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. And then our minor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Then we connect those four vertices to form a ellipse. There we go. So that's our ellipse wherein this this line is our major axis, and then this line is our minor axis. If you are asked what is the length of our axis, so for major axis we need only need to compute, use this formula 2a, and 2 times RA, which is 7. Thus, the length of our major axis is 14, and for the minor axis, 2b. 2 times RB, which is 5. Thus, our minor axis has a length of 10 units. Then, then for the most important part, we need to find the foci. The foci lies on the major axis. Major axis. However, it is much shorter than the major axis. So we will be using this formula. C squared is equals to a squared, not plus but a minus b squared. There we go. So c squared, substitute our a squared, which is 49 minus 25. 49 minus 25 is 24. Then square it both sides. We'll be having 2 square root of 6. That's our C. And to plot our foci, um, we'll be using the formula, the equation H. Since our major axis lies on the y-plane, same with the major, on how we get our major vertices, we'll be using the formula H, K plus minus C. There we go. So H, or 0 rather, is 2 square root of 6. The other one is 0, negative 2 square root of 6. There. Since 2 square root of 6 is approximately around 4.89 or 90, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So around this part, and 1, 2, 3, 4 around this part. Okay, need to change the color of our pen. There we go. So here and here. That's our foci. Simple as that.